Hello, good morning. It is February the 11th, and it's the end of my half-term holiday. And I have been away for a few days. So, beginning of the holiday, I did some work and then had a day off on Sunday, and then worked on Monday and Tuesday, and to try and catch up on things. And then Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, went away to Edinburgh, and then we came back late last night. And today I am going to do a bit more work and meet some friends for lunch, which would be lovely. And I'm feeling really overwhelmed, if I'm honest. I've had the most lovely time away. I love Edinburgh. I love seeing my daughter in Edinburgh, who's at uni there, which was just lovely. And we also saw quite a few friends who I haven't seen for a while, and it was one of those kind of connecting with people who've known me for a long time, known us for a long time. Met a friend who is 19 and a friend who's been a family friend for a long time, and just did that whole thing of, gosh, I've known you for your whole life and look at how amazing you've become. Kind of feelings about that, about my own children, but then also kind of seeing people who, yeah, have known me for a long time, and also just acknowledging, I suppose, that the last few years, I keep saying this, have been really difficult, and sometimes seeing people that knew you before a difficult time is important because it kind of reminds you of that, maybe something about yourself that you perhaps lost a little bit, or I don't know. I feel very overwhelmed. I'm very tired. It's ridiculous. I've been away. It's my holiday. I'm supposed to have rested, and I've got that sense that I always have at the end of holidays of not sure I can actually go back, but I can, and I'm sure I will. I've been listening to Miriam Margolyes' book, which is great, but also has got me like, oh wow, there's a lot of challenge in there of things that I kind of thought to be true. You either love her or hate her. I thought I kind of was a fan. There's bits in there that I find really difficult. Her talk about, sexual encounters that she's had, I find quite disconcerting. She talks about things being kind of on her own terms, but I'm kind of looking at it as if it feels as though maybe some exploitation went on there. I don't know, but I'm reading things into it that are not her stuff. She's 80 something. She's written this book. It's her story. Um, she also doesn't like John Cleese, and that's upset me because I thought he was a good guy. But of course, there is no such thing as a good guy or a bad guy. We're all somewhere in the middle. Although, yes, there are people who repeatedly, if they repeatedly undertake bad behaviors and or harmful behaviors towards others and don't learn or don't listen, that's my basic kind of criteria of, yes, forgive, but don't forgive the unforgivable if it's repeated and there's no reflection. Oh yeah, I'm just tired, and my brain's like, whoa. And it's been amazing and lovely and great, and just a couple of people that I've met up with and just thought, oh, I wish we all lived close to each other. One friend who I met up with, who's just lovely, did actually at one point live in a sort of, I wouldn't say it was a commune, but it was a kind of a group of houses where it was kind of like-minded people that had moved there, friends, which, there's this interesting idea, isn't there, that if you surround yourself with like-minded people, you'll be more content. But then, even those situations, they're not the ideal that you might think, because with time, we do see people in a different light, and perhaps people who we thought we got on with, maybe there are things about all of us that irritate others, and I know I'm particularly irritating. And one thing my son said to me is, "Oh, Mum, you're sometimes really quiet," and I'm like, "Yeah, that's because I know if I'm not quiet, I'm going to be like this, which is talking and really annoying." And here's my captive audience, but actually, you probably want to switch off. You probably want to go, "Oh God, stop talking, stop going over those same old things that are really boring in your head." So there we go. Um, so yes, love. I think I need some time to process. I think that's what I need. I need some time to process. I think there's been a lot of people, a lot of disruption, and disruption is a good thing because it makes us reflect. And I'm now going, oh, am I doing the right thing? Am I in the right job? Am I in the right place? Would I be better off somewhere else? Am I putting up with things that actually are harmful to my health because I'm working too hard and I'm, am I in the right job? Is being a head teacher good for me? All these things, which it's good to reflect on when you have a holiday. And if you do happen to know me and I am the head teacher of your child's school, I have no plans of going anywhere. You know, genuinely, this is a job that I think I could do in the long term. But I think we always have to question, don't we? And if anyone turned around to me and said, actually, no, you're replaceable, and actually, yeah, you've done a great job, but actually, yeah, that that's fine as well. I don't know. It's just feeling all a bit much, and it's time to process. I've got a big sticker, which, yeah, this is when I had therapy a couple of weeks ago, and yeah, it, the holiday should have been about resetting my nervous system, and me transitions into the holiday, out of the holiday, always difficult. So that's the thing. So I'm holding myself accountable by making this video and going, this is always a thing. It's not this holiday that I'm dreading going back. It's always a dread because I don't cope that well with change, and I also don't cope that well with boredom. So, like, I'm dreading the going back to the same old, same old, same old, but the same thing is true that I thrive on the same old, same old, same old. Oh man, it's exhausting. So rather than just keeping on, I'm just reflecting. There we go. And I wrote a poem yesterday because that's the other thing. Underneath all of this, I'm just feeling really sad because I miss strong relationships with people who then aren't here all the time. So this is a poem I wrote last night in the car, and yeah, poetry is the thing I love. I love to write, and so here we go. Parting is such sweet sorrow, and every time we say goodbye, I die. A little bit of me stays with you there. I can't bear it for a bit. The bit that stays is all I want back. Home and where the heart is. Except the bit that's not. Please, keep it safe until the next time. And every time we say hello, I live a little more. Um, yeah, I think that's the thing, isn't it? When we're all wanting love, we're all wanting strong connection with people, and then when you have that and you have to say goodbye to that person, it's really hard. And yeah, and I know that crying and being sad, it's not things that we want, because you get like this, and how can you do the things you need to do when you're feeling like this? But actually, I think that's I think it's really important to acknowledge um, that these feelings are underneath, and actually, if we do just keep carrying on, that's when um, it's not healthy, is it? It's not healthy to have these sorts of feelings that are so strong, and then to just go, no, no, it's fine. I'll just put a lid on it and just get on with the next piece of work that I've got to do. So that's why all the things, the poetry, the music, all the things are important to help us to process our emotions and to feel our emotions so that they don't become dangerous. There we go. That's the summary for today. What a mess. But yeah. So I'm going to do a bit of work until 11:30. Then I'm going to go for lunch with some lovely friends, and then I'm going to come back and probably do a little bit more work, and then cook some dinner, and um, then then tomorrow I will also try and get a few more bits on my to-do list done, and then I'm going to go for a swim, and just try and get a little bit more whelm balanced. So not overwhelm, but just whatever whelm is, I'm going to balance it. There we go. Um, Stay well, take care. If you're feeling at all like this, maybe it helps to know that you're not alone. Maybe it doesn't at all. And that's it for today, the 11th of February. Happy. Oh, and it's Valentine's Day next week, which I always hate because I hate the commerciality of it. Love the fact that it's about love because that's what it's all about. And if you listen to One Song Day today, Let It Be, Where Is the Love by the Black Eyed Peas. Low battery, better go. Bye for now.